Hello, everyone. Hopefully, we're going live here in a second. Okay, good. The chat's working. A cyberpunk novel written by AI would be still be better than the trash from Hollywood and most writers. Yeah. I mean, this will be an interesting experiment. Basically, for those unaware, I'm going to be using a particular set of skills, to quote taken here, a particular set of tools here. Zoom in here. Going to be using this game called AI Dungeon. You can just go to play.aidungeon.io to get to that. I'm trying to zoom in a bit here, but I have three things containing my screen right now. Basically, trying to use AI Dungeon to basically generate a story. Hang on a second. Use AI Dungeon to generate a story. Then I'm going to take that writing and put it into Quillbot. And what Quillbot does is it paraphrases. I have the premium version right now, so I'm able to use the Creative Plus paraphraser, which will basically take any writing and turn it into good writing. So, like, let's say I wrote, hope you can see this. Let's say I wrote, Indigo are good writer, and he make gooder books that have the cyberpunk. It might be too rough for it, but let's see what it does. Oh, Creative is a good writer. You might not know that Creative is a good writer, and the books he writes are good books, and he makes better books that have cyberpunk as part of their foundation. That's already way better, right? So you can see it takes basic writing and turns it pretty nice. It misunderstood the subject, which sometimes that happens, but sure, why not? So yeah. Anyway, let's get going with this, and then obviously, to save my voice, I'm going to be using Amazon Polly, which is part of the Amazon Web Services, to basically make essentially text to speech. And I've got Brian. You probably know him best as the meme voice. You probably heard of this before.
This is Brian, aka the meme voice.
It's text to speech, but it's somewhat listenable. All right, I think we're good. People coming in. Looks like we're live. Got a couple watchers. All right, let's just get started. So I'm gonna create a new game. Let's see. I'll do world. Oh no, I don't want to do human world. Prompts. Yeah, cyberpunk. I'll be. What should I be? A cyborg, a punk, a cop, or an android? Kind of traditional would be like a cyborg. Let me know if the levels are okay. I've been spending a lot of time. I have three different things I have to worry about. I have my voice. I have the background music to kind of make it less awkward sounding, and also I have the meme voice. So hopefully everything's all good there. I'll try punk. All right. So enter my character's name. Hope you can read that. I'll make it a little bit bigger. I will be. Oh, I want to be a cop. I could be a cop. Yeah, I'll be a cop. So let's enter my character's name. Boy, what should he be? Probably. Could be RoboCop. That'd be kind of cheap. What's a good cop name? I could go really crazy and do cyberpunk name generator here. Nova, Fearless, Chalk, Flock, Sable. Okay, these are kind of weird. Futuristic names. Nix colon Oh, that sounds like colon. I kind of like Nyx. Let's see. Nyx Jason. Got Nyx again. How about Nyx Grayson? There you go. That's kind of edgy. Okay, cool. All right. So I am Nyx Grayson. Oh, too late. I picked Grayson. So Nyx Grayson. Oh, by the way, one thing I can do, which is kind of cool, we could actually have some fun with this. It's Always Sunny in Florida, the King write a cyberpunk novel. Yeah, that's funny. That's actually pretty accurate. One cool thing, this isn't really labeled very well, but this is world information. So, for example, we can create some characters. So, like, oh, hey guys, how's it going? So I could add Riggs. Let's say Riggs. Riggs is Nyx's longtime partner. He works with Nyx at the city's police station. Okay, so now that will be in the world. I don't know exactly how this works, but I can now refer to Riggs as a character. That's kind of cool. How about we add some more information? Let's see. Maybe San Angeles, right? That's what we're saying. San Angeles is the city where all the story events take place and is filled with crime, corruption, neon lights, and danger. Does he have a buddy named Murtaugh? Murtaugh can be okay. Murtaugh. That's in like every cop thing, right? Or isn't that Murtaugh? Isn't Murtaugh the name of the Danny Glover's character in Lethal Weapon? Murtaugh will be is the police captain, and Nyx's boss. Did I not box? Yeah, I did, right. And Nyx's boss. He orders Nyx and what was the other guy's name? Riggs. All right, Riggs. Riggs was the Mel Gibson's character, right? I now get the reference. Around and is very angry most of the time. He takes Tums to calm his stomach due to stress. If anybody gets that reference, you get extra points. All right. All right. So let's see. All right. So comma separated keys and an entry. I'm probably not doing this right, but basically just adding some more information. Okay, so here's the plot prompt basically. You're Nyx Grayson, a cop living in the futuristic city of Zale. You have a laser pistol and a stunner. You're part of a police unit tasked with finding government criticizers. You wake up in the morning and hear on the radio that the old leader, Marco Rassi, has been found dead of a gunshot wound. The new leader, Rita Turcotte, is to be executed for conspiracy to commit armed robbery and conspiracy to commit first-degree criminal homicide. Okay, that's pretty basic. Let's see what Quillbot can do with that. Paraphrase. Okay. You are a future law enforcement officer of the city of Zale. Let's hope the laser pistol works better than the stunner. Hey, that's cool. You have been given the mission of identifying those who seek to bring down the government. The old leader, Marco Rassi, has been found dead by someone from a gunshot wound while he was sleeping. Oh, that's some added information. Rita Turcotte to be sentenced to death for both conspiracy to commit armed robbery and first-style murder, first degree. Maybe first-degree murder. Sometimes it unnecessarily does synonyms, but that's already pretty good. So let's just drop that into the old thing here. The old leader, maybe the old crime lord. All right, we already got our. It's from the first person, so that's a little annoying, but we'll have to deal with that. You are Nix Grayson. All right, so it's from first person, but that's just kind of how the game's written, so we're gonna have to deal with that. All right. Oh crap. I didn't mean to. Oh, I didn't undo. What happened? Oh my god. I just ruined everything. Redo. Okay, good. All right, we got it back. So we can story do. All right. So the story is. Let me do a story thing. What should happen? Yeah, it is pretty cool technology, right? It's kind of overwhelming sometimes. Who's our characters? Murtaugh, the police chief, calls Nix and Riggs to his desk. He seems angry. Murtaugh, the police chief, calls Nix and Riggs to his desk. He seems angry. I'm angry, and you two idiots are partly responsible. Murtaugh says, "Oh, and why is that?" Nix asks. Okay, you see, it just came up with that whole spiel by itself. That's pretty funny. So let's see what Quillbot will do. I should have it actually read out for me. I'm not using Amazon Polly yet. It's not quite what it meant. Okay, let's see what it rewrote it as.
Several phones are ringing, and the Chief Mert calls Nix and Riggs to his office. It appears that he's furious. I'm in a bad mood. You two imbeciles, and it's all your fault. If Mert were alive today, he'd probably say that, and why is that significant? Nix questions. Okay,
so it just... So this is what happens when you just have like AI just like talk with each other, because I wrote the police chief calls us in. It added a lot of flavor and also created another story of like talking about how Mert, if Mert was still alive. I don't know who the hell Mert is, but I like it. Nix asks. Okay, so let's add that to the old roster. Okay, we got 3 paragraphs. Yeah, I can see that this could get pretty silly, Ethan Jory. I could see how this could get pretty wild if you just kind of let the AIs kind of go on and on. But anyway, I'm having fun so far. So I want to say, stuff it, Chief. The crime lord of San Angeles just got whacked. You know, Riggs and I are the only ones to take on this job. You say, "Stuff it, Chief." Okay. That doesn't mean you're still not responsible, Nix. I am the one who is ultimately responsible if something happens. That's a weird way of spelling responsible. Let's see what Quillbot rewrites that as. It's I'm not creative. I say I'm imaginative. Better luck next time, bitch. That's not at all what I said. Okay. Sometimes it's a little confused. What? I don't know. It's not liking that first sentence, so I'm just gonna have it revert. Oh, I probably did incorrect grammar. That's partially why it started getting very strange. Very strange. You say stuff at Chief. The San Angeles crime lord is just about to meet his maker. Oh. You and I are the only two who to be entrusted with this task. Yeah, that's kind of weak. This is where Riggs and I step in. That's good. That's better than what I wrote. It doesn't mean you aren't totally in the shit, Owl? His name's Nix, not Owl. It's my head that must bear the brunt of any misfortune that occurs. That could be written better. No one is in charge of me if something goes wrong. That's alright. As long as it doesn't happen. Everything bad happens because of me. As far as I'm concerned, it's my fault. Okay. That's not too bad. Let's hear meme voice speak it out.
You say stuff it, Chief. The San Angeles crime lord is just about to meet his maker. This is where Riggs and I step in. It doesn't mean you aren't totally in the shit, Nix. I take full responsibility if anything goes wrong.
Okay, that's not too bad. Considering this is basically just regurgitated. It's basically just regurgitated from a computer brain. All right, so we got a couple lines here. We're slowly chipping away at it. So now what should I do with maybe Riggs can say. Riggs says we understand, Chief. Point us and you give us a direction and we'll gun it all the way there. Okay, that's terrible, but whatever. Riggs says, we understand, Chief. You give us direction, we'll gun it all the way there. We want you to raid the Happy Hoppers Club. This has got to be a joke. Okay, I don't know. Let's see what Quillbot says with that. Oh, what? Okay, it doesn't like me doing the... Okay, yeah, it's not liking me doing the full period there. Grits Muses. His name's not Grits. We know, boss. You point in a direction and we'll blaze it. If you'll raid the Happy Hoppers Club, I'll grant you a wish. That's not what he said. I want you to join the Happy Hippies and raiding the Happy Hip. That's not all what I said. Jason said, I find the idea of a computer with a brain offensive. Funnily enough, God, I'm trying to remember, was it Korean or was it Taiwanese? I want to say Korean. There was a Korean guy I knew that actually showed me the two Korean symbols that spell out computer in their language. And funnily enough, it was a symbol that meant electric and a symbol that meant brain. And it was such a really cool thing. Basically, as far as that language is concerned, I believe it was Korean. They have more conceptual symbols rather than phonetic symbols. So rather than us spelling out sounds like in English, they spell out concepts. So electric plus brain equals computer. Really interesting stuff. I think that's a really cool idea. Coolbot's not really doing the greatest here. Okay, I like how they redid the first line, but I'm going to keep the original second and third lines. So let's see what that sounds like.
Grits muses, we know, boss, you point in a direction and we'll blaze it. I want you to raid the Happy Hoppers Club.
Oh, and last line here.
This has got to be a joke.
I don't know how you'd format that in a book. Would you put that in like brackets? Maybe like italicized, probably. This has got to be a joke. Yeah, probably similar roots as Chinese. Yeah, super interesting. I like the idea that symbols are conceptual rather than phonetic. Okay, cool. What are our other world information bits? Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna do a story thing then. Nix and Riggs nod in understanding. Then run to the parking garage. Parking garage. Nix slides over the hood of a brand new. What's a good fancy car? Lotus X99 of his brand new Lotus X99, and Riggs rides shotgun. There we go. You hop in the passenger seat, and Mr. Mota drives off to the police station. No, that's not right. No. Yeah, can I rewrite that? That's not quite right. Undo. Nix slides over there. It's supposed to be Nix. Okay. And then retry. There we go. Not Rix, it's Nix. Retry. There we go. Okay. I'm a little confused. I can't tell you. I can tell you right now, we aren't raiding a strip club. Nick says. Well, Huey King will, and he's never wrong. That's almost good. I'm just a little confused. Murtaugh continues. No, it's not Murtaugh. It's Riggs. Riggs says. We'll need all the guns we can get our hands on. Let's head to the safe house. I should disable that. It's kind of messing with the thing here. Oh, crap. No, I broke something. What did I do? It's actually Riggs. Okay, there we go. All right. So let me, I'm kind of jumped ahead of myself here, and let me rewrite this stuff to see where we can get. All right, so I'll tell you exactly where we're going. We aren't stripping. No, that's not right. I'm sure that I can be able to tell you we're hitting strip club tonight. I actually liked how it was written originally. Don't be a chump. Oh yeah, it's getting confused. Well, Huey King was ever wrong. We can cut that part, I suppose. Yeah, let's cut that part. Why do I keep on talking about Mert? Oh, maybe it's like Murtaugh. Oh, short for Murtaugh. Okay. Laurel says, who's Laurel? Do I want to price that? Okay, it's getting really confused. Let me just copy this in here. It's getting very confused. Let's try it again. Laurel. No, not Laurel. It's not Laurel. What in God's name? Oh my God. What is it doing? What the hell? Okay. Yeah, something got really messed up here. Rick says, oh my God. It's getting to clerk. What is going on here? Okay. All right. Let's see if I can make this work. It's getting like completely losing its mind here. Okay, here we go. We're going to need all the arms we can get. Let's make for the safety house, shall we? It's fine how I wrote it, I guess. The safe house is under a dilapidated establishment, seedy neighborhood. It's not too bad. There's a safe house that out of the middle of nowhere under a junkyard. It's actually pretty good how it's written. It's fine. Let's just keep it. So reading a strip club, that was Riggs, right? Riggs. Chuckled. Nick's added, maybe. I know it's not really great writing, but don't have time to edit this just yet. Okay, so that's what I've got.
I can tell you right now, we aren't raiding a strip club, Riggs chuckled. We'll need all the guns we can get our hands on. Let's head to the safe house, Nix added. The safe house is located underneath a junkyard, in the farthest reaches of town. Riggs, Nix and you pull up to this rundown location.
Oh, it's not and you. Riggs and Nix pull up to this rundown location. Okay. So, little bumpy ride there. I don't know what was happening to the AI. It was getting into like Bill Clinton and stuff. I have no idea. It was like going completely nuts. Occasionally it does that, but usually it's pretty good. I'm interested in Deathloop. We'll see how it goes. I liked what that company, it was Arcane Studios. I liked what they did last time. Okay, story. Who's the other character we have? Murtaugh. We need another character. Billy Z. Sure. Billy Z is in charge of guns and armaments for the San Angeles police station. He's an older man with a scar on his face with tattoos, and a scar on his face. Okay. Story, Billy. Let's see. You're late. Billy, C. Spitz. Says condescendingly. I don't know. All right, what's it going to do with this? You're late, Billy D says condescendingly. Did you boys have fun at the dead man's barn? We get the guns, Rick says. You heard the boy. Let's hurry with the transfer. Okay, it's not too bad. Let's see what Quillbot does. Hope it doesn't talk about Bill Clinton again. You're tardy. No, late is fine. Come on. Billy says you're late. He sneers. Just you're late, Billy sneers. How much fun did you have in the dead man's barn last night? That's not too bad. Were you two enjoying yourselves on the murder farm? What is that sentence? What? The murderer's feaster and the haunted hayride last night? Did you have fun at the barn where you killed your first rodeo bull, boys? It's amazing how far it can go with just a couple words. Okay. I actually like the original better too. Okay. I say no, that's not really what I wanted. Let's see. He suggested we get the guns. We took the weapons. We get the guns. Nix suggests that they get the guns. What? What? You heard the boy. Let's hurry with the transfer. It becomes, did you tell you hear the boy? Let's make sure we get this shit done fast, Victorious. How is this the same sentence as that? Okay, we have to hurry while the delivery of the kid. He's impatient. Oh. You heard him. Let's speed this up. Initiate the process. Okay, it's getting a little confused. Actually, oops. Oh god, control's a little weird. I like this part, and then I'll grab just the original part of the other one. It was kind of messing up my writing there, or the writing here. All right, I think it's pretty clear who's speaking. You're late, Billy sneers. Did you boys have fun at the dead man's barn? Maybe Nix ignores him and walks toward the guns. Riggs says, let's hurry with the transfer. Okay. So that sounds.
You're late, Billy sneers. Did you boys have fun at the dead man's barn? Nix ignores him and walks toward the guns. Riggs says, let's hurry with the transfer.
Okay. Simple enough, but good enough. Nix grabs shotguns, bullets, shells, machine guns, body armor, explosives, and rosary beads on his way out of the armory. Let's see what it does with that. Okay. Nix grabs a large duffel bag full of guns, ammo, explosives, and the rest. You grab a small bag of explosives to throw at the robot. Let's get going. Throw at the robot. I don't know we're talking about a robot, but all right. Let's see what if we can clean that up a little bit. Oops, that's. Thanks, Anna, for the donation. I appreciate it. N grabs large duffel weaponry in his rucksack. Sylvie. While clinging to his baseball card? Adds flavor. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I like everything except for the baseball card. Yeah, the robot thing is confusing it. Explosives for the mission, for the raid. Whatever, it's fine. Let's just put it directly into the thing here. So
Nix grabs a large duffel bag full of guns, ammo, explosives, and the rest. You grab a small bag of explosives for the raid. Let's get going.
Okay, so Nix and Riggs drive to the, where were they going? Happy Hoppers Club. Happy Hoppers Club, and who's the villain? To take out Rita. What is it? Turcotte. For good. Alright, let's chew on that for a bit. Nix and Riggs drive to Happy Hoppers Club to take out Rita Turcotte for good. Step out of the car. Before you is a large neon flashing sign. Welcome to the Happy Hoppers. Alright. It's not too bad. Let's see what I can clean up the writing a little bit. Nix and R set out to kill Rita Turcotte. The Happy Hoppers comes to a halt. Okay, that's not right. Okay, they don't stop. They don't stop to kill her on the way. They drive to the Happy Hoppers ready to administer the lethal injection. That's not right. Okay, that's weird. To do some long overdue double cross injustice? Okay. Oh, there's making up names now. All right, that's fine. Let's go back to the original. The original was fine. Step out of the car. Nix exits the vehicle. Okay, that's not too bad. Walk away, leave the engine running. Yeah, honestly, the original was fine. better. Sometimes it improves.
Nix and Riggs drive to the Happy Hoppers Club to take out Rita Tokot for good. Nix steps out of the car. Before you is a large, neon flashing sign. Welcome to the Happy Hoppers.
Actually, it's not speaking, so I'll probably just do that in italics. It's not like publish ready, but I'm just trying to get a decent thing going here. All right. Okay, so what should happen next? Should we get right into the shootout, or should there be some talking? Come on out. What's her name? Turcotte. We have you surrounded. You say, "Come out, Turcotte. We have you surrounded. We're not here for your kind of fun, boy," a voice calls back. As you, Nix, and Riggs run up to the building, a single man steps out from behind the dumpster. That separated me from Nix. That's kind of weird. A single man steps out from behind the dumpster. Okay, interesting. I know. I keep on thinking Rita Repulsa too. Let's just rename her Rita Repulsa. You just need to add what that Z, whatever the guy with the big Z thing. Not going to entertain you, sir, the voice replies. No. That's not the kind of fun we want, the voice says. Okay, that's not too bad. This is no place for a joke, sir. No, I don't think this is your kind of fun. Taunting voice echoes, "We're not interested in your kind of fun." That's not bad. So when it works great. As you, Nix, and Riggs run up to the building, a single man steps out from behind the dumpster. As you guys are running toward the building, a lone barrel-chested person appears from behind a large dumpster. Barrel-chested, that's interesting. Alright, I'll take it. It's at least got more flavor. As the two cops. It keeps on getting the subjects messed up, so I'm going to have to correct that from now on, I think. Building. Yeah. It's barrel-chested man. The man attacks Riggs with a shotgun. Bang. I kind of like how it's written there. What's that?
The man attacks Riggs with a shotgun. Bang. You're dead. The man says, pumping his shotgun. Nix fires his rifle at the man, as he drops, shot multiple times.
Yeah, considering that it's like all AI driven with very little input. Like I'm kind of like guiding the story, but a lot of the stuff is just completely out of the blue. Like I didn't come up with Rita Turcotte, the Happy Hoppers Club, or the guy behind the thing. So, I mean, just for posterity's sake, let's see what paraphraser will do. Riggs is shot at by the assailant with a shotgun. Wham! Smack! Okay. I like bang. You're finished, the assailant shouts, pointing a shotgun at you. Okay, got the last one kind of wrong. It's kind of passive voice, but I don't know if that's any better actually. It's hard to say. Riggs shot up by assailant, shotgun bang. You're finished, the assailant shouts, pointing his shotgun at Riggs's body on the ground. And just then Nick's fires several rifle rounds into the man as he falls dead. Okay, a little bit more dramatic. Okay, so it looks like Riggs got hit. Riggs says in a weak voice, don't worry about me. Finish the job. What? So I'm going to play this out because it's ridiculous.
Riggs says in a weak voice, don't worry about me, finish the job. You toss a firebomb at the man, and it explodes on him. The man is inconsolable, screaming in pain as flesh is burnt off him. Let's go. This
sounds like after Riggs shot the attacker dead several times with a rifle, Riggs says something like, "Go on without me," and then it sounds like Nix just throws like a firebomb at the dead guy again and burns him into. That's too funny. All right. I just kind of like how it's written just as it is. So Nix tosses a firebomb at the attacker and explodes on him. Oh, that's wild. All right. Nix and a limping Riggs head toward the back entrance of the club. Guns ready. You follow behind them and throw another firebomb through the large window. It explodes and alarms go off. Let's get out of here, you shout. Let's try that one again. Nix and Riggs burst into the Happy Hopper's back room, where Nix immediately starts looking for Rita. Rita, you're under arrest, Nix shouts. That's good. I like that. Get any improvements here? Listen to me, Rita, get your ass out here. It's actually not too bad. Actually like it pretty much how it was written originally. So I'm not following. It's Riggs person. They back room where Nix immediately starts looking for Rita. Rita, you're under arrest, Nix shouts. Okay. That's pretty good.
Nix and a limping Riggs head toward the back entrance of the club, guns ready. They burst into the Happy Hopper's back room, where Nix immediately starts looking for Rita. Rita, you're under arrest. Nix shouts.
Okay, Rita starts firing a minigun toward the cops from upstairs. Let's get action going here. Oh my god. Rita starts firing a minigun towards the cops from upstairs. Shrapnel from the minigun's gunfire kills Nix. You cry, "No!" as you cry over your partner's dead body. Rangers start calling for backup. Oh my god. It's weird. It's kind of separated Nix from from myself, which is weird. I'm supposed to be Nix. That's a kind of plot twist. I wasn't kind of calling that, but we play around with it. So Riggs survives. Nix already dead. Picking off. Just killed by bits of shrapnel from the minigun's gunfire. Okay. That line could be improved. At the moment of death, you shriek, "No!" Alright, I'll write this one. When Nix's body hits the ground, lifeless, Riggs howls, "No!" Actually, I like how it was written there. But not Rangers. Officers. Yeah, Nix was nixed already. It's crazy. Calling all officers for backup. Billy Z is heard over the radio. Yeah, Nix was nixed indeed. Thanks for the super chat, mate. Mogo Meg. Appreciate it. Alright, let's hear that. How that sounds.
Rita starts picking off the officers from her second floor vantage point. Nix is killed by bits of shrapnel from the minigun's gunfire. When Nix's body hits the ground, lifeless, you howl, "No!"
It's supposed to be Riggs howls, but I like it otherwise. No. Calling all officers for backup. Billy C is heard over the radio. Okay. That's something. Okay. I shoot Rita in the head with my plasma hand cannon. You shoot Rita in the head with your plasma hand cannon. You aim your cannon at Rita and fire. The shot hits her in the head and she falls dead. I'll make sure Rita doesn't kill again. Say to yourself. You begin laughing. Kind of weird. Let's try it again. Okay, that kind of was a segue, but I'll take it.
You continue up the stairs. You hear Rita's laughter, interspersed with the sounds of gunshots. You burst through the door, facing a dozen men with large electronic devices.
Okay, I'm gonna adjust that. Riggs runs up the stairs. While hearing Rita's laughter and interspersed with gunshots. Riggs bursts through the door. Large electronic devices. Riggs blasts the head off of every person in the room rapidly with his plasma cannon. Yeah, I didn't like Nyx very much. Oh, I kind of messed it up, but oh well. You fire a blast of plasma into the face of large, obese man. The obese man's head explodes, as does his body. Plasma consumes another man's chest, burning him to a crisp. Burning him to a crisp. Alright, let's see if we can clean that sentence up a little bit. Okay, I kind of like that. Last sentence. Does not like the last sentence. Exact term, flaming human. Okay. Burning. Okay, this is pretty good. Fix some punctuation. The fat man's explodes. Okay. It's pretty good.
He beats the large, obese man in the face with a plasma blast. The fat man's head explodes. Plasma consumes another man's chest, burning him to a crisp.
Okay. Pretty good so far. Rita screams profanity as she turns her minigun toward Riggs, ready to fire. Click. Out of bullets. What? Okay. So I wrote Rita screams profanity as she turns her minigun toward Riggs, ready to fire. Click out of bullets. Rita's obese body collapses off the side of the staircase as her laughter continues. Quickly climb up the staircase. Okay, that's making sense. Let's retry that. Rangers take down this fat, overcharged barmaid. Okay, that's weird too. Let's try it again. Sayonara, fat man. Exactly. Thanks for the donation, Jason. I appreciate it. Rangers start calling for backup. Charge at Rita, intent on killing her. Before you can reach her, however, she is shot in the back of the head with a rifle. Oh, interesting. So, like, his revenge was unrequited because of backup. I could go with that. Might need to rewrite this a little bit, though. No, that's fine. Let's keep that a clip. Yeah, that's better. Rita levels her machine gun at Riggs and shouts an obscenity as she fires. Click out of bullets. Maybe just change that to backups here. Oh, actually, you know what? I'll cut that. a real shame, Rita, because those bullets could have saved you a lot of pain. Exactly. Thanks for the donation. Murder in Your Heart. I like that. Okay. Murder in Your Heart. Riggs chases after Rita. Okay. But before he can reach her. Okay. I like that. Let's try that.
Rita levels her machine gun at Riggs and shouts an obscenity as she fires. Click. Out of bullets. With murder in your heart, Riggs chases after Rita. But before he can reach her, she is killed with a rifle shot.
Alright, I actually copied that from before. It's like, I'll just do it in italics. I guess the cavalry arrived. There we go. All right. 4 backup officers rush in and clear the room. Find yourself face to face with your brother Ben. Oh my god. Okay. I gotta play this because it's so ridiculous.
4 backups officers rush in and clear the room. You find yourself face to face with your brother, Ben. You killed Mom and Dad. You cry. Yeah, I know, Ben says, apathetic.
That's so ridiculous. I gotta keep it. Just randomly, it's like, yeah, you killed Mom and Dad. I know. Oh god, should I keep that? It kind of like kills the momentum of the story, though. That's wild. Oh boy. Well, let's try it. It's a good laugh, though. I know, isn't that crazy? It's such a weird twist that I almost want to keep it, but it just kind of kills the story. This isn't too bad. I misspelled it, but 4 backup. Okay, let me play this one out. This one's not too bad.
4 backups officers rush in and clear the room. They find you.
Okay, let's try this.
4 backup officers rush in and clear the room. They find Rita's holy corpse and Riggs. You're taken into custody. Not so tough now, are you? A backup says. Are you sure it wasn't the other way around? You reply.
That's pretty good. My only complaint is, wouldn't call it a backup. Maybe like one of the meathead SWAT members says one of the meatheads says, "Are you sure it wasn't the other way around?" Riggs replies. It's already gotten some crazy twists. Nix dies in his first mission of the story. All right, Riggs is escorted by van back to the station for a debriefing. Murtaugh is pissed. Ricks? What is this? I think the AI is getting a little confused.
Ricks. You realize the consequences of your actions. This could have all been taken care of without Rook and his Banditi buddies getting killed.
His Banditi buddies getting killed. I kind of like where that's going, but it doesn't really fit the story, so I'm going to retry. Boy, I've aged 20 years just from that one incident. I think he needs to have a little bit something a little bit more edgy. Okay, that's kind of cool. That has potential.
Riggs is escorted by van back to the station for a debriefing. Murtaugh is pissed. Riggs, you and I are going to have a long talk about this. I'm not having. MMPH. Murtaugh is interrupted by the sound of a cell phone ringing. He answers it.
Okay, I like that. I just realized we've been a little bit light on the cyberpunk, so I'm going to put some technobabble in here. Interrupted by, instead of a cell phone, I'll say holophone. Sound of his holophone ringing. He answers it. Okay. Who should be calling Murtaugh? I'll be taking suggestions. It's fun. It's actually going better than I thought it would. I'm only leaning on the paraphrasing tool when something's really badly written now, but I think that's a good thing because it kind of speeds up the flow a little bit. Okay, so I could have the AI do it. Who's on the phone? Chief? Ex-wife? We'll see what it says, but I might guide it to the ex-wife. Oh. What? Rita, Murtaugh says. She's been shot. They took the perp alive, but he got away. Damn. Shoot him. What? Okay, let's undo that. Okay, so story. Strange daughter, debt collector, ex-wife. Ex-wife would be kind of funny. Murtaugh sighs in desperation when he hears the voice of Karen, his ex-wife, on the other end of the line. I like it already. All right, this is great.
Murtaugh sighs in desperation when he hears the voice of Karen, his ex-wife, on the other end of the line. Hello, dear, Murtaugh says. I can MMPH. Murtaugh is again interrupted by his wife.
That's great. I love it. Just as is. Do make a noose gesture toward Murtaugh to lighten the mood. What? Murtaugh, I told you not to call me anymore, Karen says. Karen, I'm in a lot of trouble. I need your help. No, she called him. Okay, you've got to repeat that. That's better. Okay, I like that.
You make a noose gesture toward Murtaugh to lighten the mood. No, no, no. Of course not. I love you too. Bye. Murtaugh hangs up the phone and sighs heavily.
That's great. I like that. Got any booze? The shootout boy got one to drink. Murtaugh heads toward a small hidden room in his garage. He returns the bottle of whiskey and 2 glasses. All right. Briggs says. All right. Murtaugh pours a couple cups of medicine and exhales in shame. Or exhales in sorrow. It's a damn shame about Nyx. Huh? How many years were you partners? Oh, got it. You're right, Jack. I need to do a Tums festival. It's perfect. I actually added. I don't know if you were here for that, but I added in Murtaugh's description. He takes Tums to calm his stomach, so I gotta keep him up there. Okay, this is getting good. I like this.
Murtaugh pours a couple cups of medicine and exhales in sorrow. It's a damn shame about Nyx, huh? How many years were you partners? We were both grunts, and we were the best of friends. He was an excellent shot and an even better person. What the hell happened? Murtaugh sighs heavily once again.
Okay, I like most of that, but I do want to see if this can clean up the dialogue a little bit. We're both grunts, and we became good friends for it. Muddlers. Actually, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good as is, actually. I'll keep it that way. Alright, we gotta put the Tums Festival line in there. Okay, so Murtaugh reaches down toward the bottom drawer and produces a plastic bottle, which he immediately consumes its contents. Oh man, I love this. All right. Oh, come on. Strict mode. No, that was great. See settings. No. Yes, I'm over 18. No. Okay, crap. It didn't remember what I wrote. Okay, so I'm gonna write it again. Murtaugh reaches toward his bottom drawer. I swore and it stopped me, so I had to turn the filter off. And produce a plastic bottle whose contents immediately went down his throat. Every day is a Tums festival. Copy just in case it doesn't like it. What happened? Okay. No, let's try that again. Alright, let's see how this sounds.
Murtaugh reaches toward his bottom drawer and produced a plastic bottle, whose contents immediately went down his throat. Every fucking day is a Tums festival. Murtaugh begins to cough medicine and water. It was a long time ago. Shit. I don't even remember anymore. Murtaugh pauses, looking at you.
I could work with that. I just need to put it in context, I think. Maybe it says, that was a long time ago. I don't even remember you two joining anymore. Pauses looking at Riggs. Okay, this still works. We got the Tums Festival line in there. So we should probably expand the lore a bit, because we already killed one of our protagonists and our antagonist in like the first chapter, basically. Okay, who should we add? What's a good name for this? Hang on. Trying to think of a good alternative for a like not RoboCop, not cyber sheriff. That sounds kind of dumb. Police officer, cyber trooper, cyber officer, cyber constable, cyberjack. Sounds so familiar. There's been a cyberjack in something. Cyber fuzz. That's kind of fun. A cybered up attack dog with an AI chip. The new drug lord of St. Angeles, Rich Evans. It's going to be a regular Red Letter Media reference. Cyber fuzz. Half man, half machine, all cop. Cyber Fuzz is a formidable cyborg policeman with a big, very big gun and no sense of humor. Okay. Clint. What's the name that rhymes to Clint? Split. Flint. Wood. Let's see. Good. Would mind of wood. What rhymes with east then? East good. Least good. Flint. Least good. That's so terrible. What was it? A southern accident? A southern accented Georgian assassin with a cybernetic eye, which allows him perfect accuracy with his revolver. Okay. And we need a cyber dog. Doggo 3000. A robot dog. Purchased by San Angeles Police Department for use on missions where a real dog would be injured. Man's best friend. I don't know. I think adding Rich Evans himself might be going too far. Let's see. Pitch Devons. There we go. A deviously evil the most devious and evil drug lord in all of San Angeles. Pitch Devons cannot speak English words very well and always messes up part of every sentence. I don't know how much it'll actually take into account, but I'd like to think that this data goes somewhere. Okay, so I need to bump up the story a little bit. Riggs slams his hand on the chief's desk. The chief. Rita was just another one of Pitch Devon's goons, wasn't she? Let's see how this goes. Murtaugh stands up slowly. Boy, you better shut your mouth about Rita being a gang member. I'm pretty sure she was. Let's try it again. Rita's eyes wells up with tears. She walks over and puts her arm around you. Rita wraps her other arm around you and hugs you tightly. Nix, I'm so sorry. Nix is dead because of you. Okay, let's try it again. Okay. I can work with that. All right. So let's see what it says.
Riggs slams his hand on the chief's desk. Rita was just another one of Pitch Devon's goons, wasn't she? Murtaugh nods solemnly. She was, he says in a quiet voice. It was a long time ago. Rita was just another one of Pitch's goons, wasn't she?
Okay, that's kind of very repetitive. I can cut the last part. Maybe they met a long time ago. I thought they had parted ways, but there's no way her crew could have amassed all that hardware without Devon's help. Okay. All right, we're getting somewhere. Where do we nail Devon's? My gun once. My sidearm once. Justice with a side of revenge. There we go. We're getting really B-movie here. That's perfect.
You say, where do we nail Devon's? My sidearm wants justice with a side of revenge. Behind the old animal shelter. It's an old crack house now. Murtaugh and Riggs grab their vehicles and begin to head toward the animal shelter.
There we go. Alright, we're going after Devon's. I'll take out one of the olds. Otherwise, that writing's fine. Okay, cool. Story. Who do we want to call in? Who did we create? Cyberfuzz. Cyberfuzz calls over the police radio. Do you folks need backup? There we go. Nope, we got it covered, Rick says. The three lawmen pulled up to the crack house and parked their cars. They get out with all the weapons ready. Who's the third one? It really keeps really good track of what's going on, but it keeps on separating me from the other characters, but whatever. Okay.
Cyberfuzz calls over the police radio. Do you folks need backup? No, we got it covered, Riggs says. The three lawmen pull up to the crack house and park their cars. They get out with their weapons ready.
That's great. All right. As they take one step toward the decrepit den of druggery. A deliberate gunshot blasts off the siren of a nearby police car. It's Who is the name? What's that guy's name? It's Flint. It's gotta be. He's hiding out in the garage, which is a constructed part of the abandoned crack house. Well, it looks like this needs to be settled right now. That's a little weak. Let's try again. It's Flint. It's gotta be. He's sitting up on the driver's seat, a smoking rifle in his hands. This is too good. Oh. I'm really liking Murtaugh.
As soon as they take one step toward the decrepit den of druggery, a deliberate gunshot blasts off the siren of a nearby police car. It's Flint. It's gotta be. He's sitting up in the driver's seat, a smoking rifle in his hands. Flint, you son of a bitch. Fucking die. Murtaugh shouts.
That's too good not to keep. Oh man. I don't really know what the driver's seat thing is though. Another car. Seat of a parked car nearby. Smoking rifle in his hands. Murtaugh unloads his machine gun toward Flint leased goods direction. This is so good. Wow.
Murtaugh unloads his machine gun toward Flint leased goods direction. Flint returns fire with a burst of automatic gunfire. Bullets thud into the hood of Riggs' patrol car. Go, go. Kill the bastard. Murtaugh shouts.
That's great. All right. It's just like, it's like tracking with everything that's happening. It's kind of impressive. Yeah, just kind of came to me. It's a little bit too much of alliteration for what I'm doing, but it works, I guess. Before Riggs can even stand up, he's interrupted by a familiar robotic voice. Not today, creep. Shouts cyber fuzz before he unloads his 45 Magnum into the drug den. It's pretty good.
Before Riggs can even stand up, he's interrupted by a familiar robotic voice. Not today, creep. Shouts Cyberfuzz before he unloads his .45 Magnum into the drug den. Flint screams in agony and falls off the car. A split second later, it explodes in a ball of flames.
Alright. It says it's there to suggest that Flint's dead, but I don't think he is. I think we haven't seen the last of Flint yet. Gotta have it explode in a ball of flames. Gotta have that. Run up to the crack house to find Devon's. As Riggs and Murtaugh continue to flee the blast, you decide to head inside with the intention of catching a criminal this time. Yeah, it's completely separate me from the others. Oh well. You find yourself in a barren room with lots of debris on the floor. Let's try to go. Not too bad. We'll see. Nagasaki junkies and Yag slaves roam the wreckage of destroyed buildings. In the alley, you spot Devons. That's actually kind of cool. Adds a lot of flavor.
Greater than you run up to the crack house to find Devons. The building is a wrecking yard. Nagasaki junkies and Yag slaves roam the wreckage of destroyed buildings. In the alley, you spot Devons.
So this is probably going to be Riggs. Runs up to the crack house to find Devons. Oh god, why? How many words do we have so far? 1,200. Not too shabby for a night's work, I guess. Devons slowly turns around as if he expected had expected Riggs. It seems the tables have turned. Wait. Okay. As he does a dozen hidden thugs reveal themselves, all heavily armed. It seems the tables have turned. Alright, we'll see how that goes. Ricks. That wasn't quite what I had in mind here. Let's rock, dudes. That's actually kind of cool. Right.
Devons slowly turns around, as if he had expected Riggs. As he does, a dozen hidden thugs reveal themselves, all heavily armed. It seems the tables have turned. Let's rock, dudes, is all you hear before the shooting commences. You grab a nearby junkie and slam him to the ground with your pistol. Find cover. You shout.
That's funny. Riggs. All right. What else can I introduce into this to make it interesting? Oh, Doggo. There we go. When all seemed to be lost, brutally outnumbered, Riggs began to lose all hope right as Doggo 3000 rushes out of nowhere due to the explosion setting off his K9 alarm. Ruff, ruff. It barks as Doggo tears at the throats of the cyborg thugs surrounding Devons. That's pretty good.
Brutally outnumbered, Riggs began to lose all hope, right as Doggo 3000 rushes out of nowhere, due to the explosion setting off his K9 alarm. Ruff, ruff. It barks as Doggo tears at the throats of the cyborg thugs surrounding Devons. Shit, this mutt is vicious. An officer says, dropping his gun to take out his pistol.
I missed a line here.
Fuck you, dog.
I'm glad I turned off the sensors. It makes this way more entertaining. Oh man, that's great. Of the thugs shoots his laser SMG at the robot dog, but must not have finished high school, as his beam, as his light powered weapon, powered attack simply reflected off of Doggo's chrome exterior. You dog. Oh, bleep you dog. Thanks, Jason. I appreciate it. This has got some great quotes in here. These are going to be some great memes. The laser split into several smaller beams, searing his fellow gunman. That's pretty good.
One of the thugs shoots his laser SMG at the robot dog, but must not have finished high school, as his light-powered attack simply reflected off of Doggo's chrome exterior. The laser split into several smaller beams, searing his fellow gunman. Let's end this, guys. The cops are on their way. Someone shouts. We have to get out of here. Just then, a massive figure fills the alley.
Oh, that's not a cop, that's an ATF agent. Exactly. That's great. It's actually going on a much faster pace. Probably because I'm not trying to get the paraphraser to work right now. Coolbot is a great tool. It's just not working with this writing very well for some reason. Okay, there's some other character that needs to come in. It could be Billy, it could be Flint, right. Flint's not dead. What DL framework is he using? Not sure what you mean there, Chad. I'm not sure what you mean by DL framework. The unnerving green glow of a cyber eye emerges from the darkness. Flint raises his tech revolver and puts 5 holes into Doggo. a synthesized whimper is all that was heard right before the robotic pup shut down. Sometimes it completely misses context and completely misses tone. I gotta play this just because it's so not what I was trying to get across.
The unnerving green glow of a cyber eye emerges from the darkness. Flint raises his tech revolver and puts 5 holes into Doggo. A synthesized whimper is all that was heard, right before the robotic pup shut down. Shit, did you see that? One of the officers say, in awe. That was amazing. It sure was, you agree? Damn, I had no idea Flint still had those programs.
Yeah, totally wrong. Pretty funny though, but I'm gonna retry that. Flint lets out a roar and raises his weapon. Have you used cybernetically enhanced freaks? Interesting. I wonder if it's like it's considering Flint as a good guy. Huh. Cybernetically enhanced freaks. That's a bit of a mouthful. I'll call them pigs. There we go.
The unnerving green glow of a cyber eye emerges from the darkness. Flint raises his tech revolver and puts 5 holes into Doggo. A synthesized whimper is all that was heard, right before the robotic pup shut down. Flint lets out a roar and raises his weapon. Fuck you, pigs. He roars. Flint charges forward, firing his weapon.
All right, here we go. That's a little bit more on plot. Several of Flint's shots nick Riggs all over his torso, knocking him to the ground. Yeah, Riggs is a cop whose partner just died, was killed, and they're going after the crime boss's like boss, and there's an assassin and stuff like that. The story makes sense. I could probably send around the story as a public document if anybody's interested. It's not that great, but it's interesting. Needs like an editor, but several Flint shots nick Riggs all over the torso, knock him to the ground. As Riggs clumsily fires back, he hears the deadly click of an empty chamber. Now what? The struggle for weapon ensued, but Riggs' gun was empty again. That's alright. Let's see if there's any better. Oh shit. There wasn't really a cybernetic monster there, but oh wow, he actually oh, that's a lot of flavor here. I'm just not really sure if that's what would happen here. Interesting. That's kind of cool. There's probably potential there.
Several of Flint's shots nick Riggs all over his torso, knocking him to the ground. As Riggs clumsily fires back, he hears the deadly click of an empty chamber. Flint swings his weapon around and puts 2 more holes into Riggs, who lays on the alley street, looking up at the bright afternoon sky before the shades of black out his vision.
Shades of black. Before his vision begins to blur and black out. All right, interesting. Thud. Out of nowhere, Murtaugh clobbers Flint in the head with a 2x4 he found in the alleyway. The sudden shock, the surprise, hit Riggs with enough adrenaline to push him to stand up again. Bleeding, bruised, and out of ammo. Oh no, he did get hit. Okay, it mistook Riggs for getting hit. It wasn't him getting hit. Okay, let's try that again. You really thought you could take me, grunts the hulking officer. You're outmatched, boy. Okay, that's a good line for Flint. Grunts the hulking cyborg. You're outmatched, boy.
Thud. Out of nowhere, Murtaugh clobbers Flint in the head with a 2x4 he found in the alleyway. The surprise hit Riggs with enough adrenaline to push him to stand up again. Bleeding, bruised, and out of ammo. You really thought you could take me? Grunts the hulking cyborg. You're outmatched, boy.
Flint thrusts his fingers in between Murtaugh's exposed ribs. What sounded like a switchblade in an instant, what sounded like a dozen switchblades opening Suddenly, Murtaugh was bleeding and shrieking in pain. Damn you. What's a good name for cyborgs? Derogatory name for cyborgs. Derogatory cyborg. Robots, cyborgs. Rust bucket. Bolt brain. Scrap ass. Damn you, socket humper. It's not going to be approved for terms of service. It's not going to be ad-friendly content here. No, it's not Murtaugh. Murtaugh's not the bad one. All right, let's try it again. Oh God, it's... This last line's weird. Let's see how it sounds.
Flint thrusts his fingers in between Murtaugh's exposed ribs. In an instant, what sounded like a dozen switchblades opening, suddenly Murtaugh was bleeding and shrieking in pain. "Damn you, socket fucker!" he screams. Flint kicks Murtaugh in the balls, and Murtaugh goes down. On top of him, a much smaller figure looms, with a height short even you.
Yeah, it's weirdly written, but there's potential here. He screamed. What's that? What sounded like a dozen switchblades opened into him. Suddenly, Murtaugh was bleeding and shrieking in pain. Okay, and the old cop goes down. I don't know, this last line is kind of weird. Not really crazy, but that last line, let me just cut that out. Yeah, not on top of him. I'll cut that line out. That's weird. Okay. What would you do if you're like barely standing and out of bullets? See, in a spark of inspiration, Riggs pulls out his high-powered flashlight and beams it directly into Flint's cyber eye. The Georgian assassin howls in pain as his his optical gear desperately tries to calibrate to this new brightness in this second of distraction. Riggs kicks the legs from under him, causing Flint to fall back first onto some exposed rebar from a collapsed wall. Those bright green cyber eyes flickered, then faded out, dead. Try that. Alright, this is going to end up better than CDPR. The Danger Ranger team survived. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, let me try that again. Okay, this will work. I just need to add a little bit of TLC here. Good going, Riggs. Coughed. Murtaugh. You're the one who talks at Riggs. I would have been Swiss cheese back there if it weren't for you. Okay, let me just adjust that. Alright, let's try that.
In a spark of inspiration, Riggs pulls out his high-powered flashlight and beams it directly into Flint's cyber eye. The Georgian assassin howls in pain as his optical gear desperately tries to calibrate to this new brightness. In this second of distraction, Riggs kicks the legs from under him, causing Flint to fall back first onto some exposed rebar from a collapsed wall. Those bright green cyber eyes flickered, then faded out. Dead. Good going, Riggs, coughed Murtaugh. You're one to talk, says Riggs. I would have been Swiss cheese back there if it weren't for you.
Right now I'm just using world info. I'm just creating, I don't have a whole lot of stuff built out just yet, but I know that there's like pre-built worlds and stuff that probably would add more flavor. I'm just kind of trying to do everything from scratch, so some of the interactions and stuff are pretty fun, but I have to kind of the more information you feed it, the better the response, it seems. It really kind of feeds off of like specificity. Really interesting that it likes doctor terminology. Yeah, it's been a little bit funky here and there, but yeah, no, I've gotten about 2,000 words out of it so far. It's not like not quite 2,000 yet. Not perfect, but it's something. Oh, great. Shit. Devons. Forgot about Devons. That's not right. That's kind of funny, actually.
You say shit, Devons. The tire iron isn't going to stop that thing. says Riggs, as he fumbles for his gun.
All right. Guten Morgen. All right, I guess it is morning, and probably early morning in Deutschland. Thanks. Yeah, it's my first time like seriously using it. It's not great, but there's some fun moments. I particularly liked when some of the dialogue between them back at the police chief's office. It's been very B movie. I'll put it that way. This isn't going to win any awards. This is like B movie script here. Nothing crazy. In fact, rereading it probably has tons of holes and like lack of motivation, all kind of stuff. This is just for fun. Story. Okay, what can Devons be doing? Devon's cackling laugh is heard echoing down the alleyway. You're too late, Riggs. You're gonna die just like your friends did. Your friend did. Oh yes, I made sure to take out your buddy Nix. What an ironic name. Ha, ha, ha. That's stupid. It's nothing serious. I'm just kind of playing around with this, but hopefully it's entertaining. I don't think I'll actually have a full novel by the end of here. It's novels are 50 to like 100,000 words long. This is like barely, not even 2,000 yet. It's not really right here. No, he's not alive. He's dead. Okay, let's see. It's not really getting the greatest response here. What? I don't understand. Okay. Yeah, it's not really, my prompt isn't really getting anything done here. Yeah, no, Nix is dead. Okay. Okay, let's see if it's a better. No, it's not getting the fact that Nix died in like the first chapter. Okay, I gotta have him speak this. This is too funny.
Nix is dead. Oh, Jesus fuck. Riggs looks on in pain.
All right. Yeah, you saw him die in your arms. So All right, I might have to kind of be a little bit more hands-on here. Can't really decide if Devon's is good or bad here. What? Some of these responses are just so weird.
The tire iron hits the side of Murtaugh's car with a crunch, and it promptly explodes into flames. The Backstreet Boys, everybody.
Okay, that's funny, but enraged. Riggs chases after Devons with through the alleyway, gun in hand. Try that. I like some of the dialogue. It's a little bit weird.
Come on, Riggs. Come on, you son of a bitch. He hears Murtaugh's voice shout. I'm not gonna let this street go to hell while you stand around arguing.
Okay, well, I like some of it. I'll cut out this part. Come on, Devons. Backstreet's back, alright. Okay, not great, but I got a line at least. Alright, I need some more prompting here. Devon runs into a wall, into a hard object made of steel. Thank you for your cooperation. Says, what was it? Cyberfuzz. As the robotic officer picks the drug lord off his feet with ease. What? What the? What is this dialogue?
Devons runs into a hard object, made of steel. Thank you for your cooperation, says Cyberfuzz, as the robotic officer picks the drug lord off his feet with ease. You might have noticed that the emergency services have been called. I will be handing this man over to them. If you ever want your city back, you best not follow us. Cocksucker.
Okay, there's some potential here. I just need to reword some things. If you ever want to see the daylight again, you best you'd be advised to cooperate. Maybe not, thank you for your cooperation. Maybe, stop right there, criminal scum. Devons mutters. Notice that backup has been called. I will be handling you over to them. Let's try it again.
Devons runs into a hard object, made of steel. Stop right there, criminal scum, says Cyberfuzz, as the robotic officer picks the drug lord off his feet with ease. You might have noticed that backup has been called. I will be handing you over to them. If you ever want to see the daylight again, you'd be advised to cooperate. Cyber cocksucker. Devons mutters.
So we captured the second bad guy. We killed the first bad guy. The police chief is in rough shape. Riggs again failed to take out the bad guy. I'm thinking we need a twist here. I'm thinking, as much as it kind of undermines some of the drama, I think I have a twist in mind that might actually kind of add some spice to the story here. Like where it's going, but it needs a little bit more like oomph. Hours later, Murtaugh is in intensive care. Devons is behind bars and talking. And Riggs is patching himself up while cleaning his gun to keep his mind off of today's events. Let's see if it does with that. We should have killed him, said Riggs quietly. You think that would have mattered? Asked Murtaugh from the other side of the hospital bed. Hey, that's great. That's perfect.
Hours later, Murtaugh is in intensive care, Devons is behind bars and talking, and Riggs is patching himself up while cleaning his gun, to keep his mind off of today's events. We should have killed him, says Riggs quietly. Do you think it would have...
Hopefully I didn't kill my stream. I was trying to adjust the quality because I was dropping some frames. Hopefully everything's back to normal. Anyway, yeah, no, the streaming thing's kind of messed up. I was dropping a lot of frames. Seems to be back to normal, hopefully. I can't really tell. Anyway. Hopefully we're all good now. Alright, that last bit was okay. Yeah, streaming's been kind of messed up recently. Anyway, so here I have to set up a little bit of a twist here. But I should probably say something like, sometimes what's sometimes the right thing to do isn't sometimes law and justice just ain't the same thing. Hashtag deep. What? What is that?
You say sometimes law and justice just ain't the same thing. Murtar isn't entirely wrong. The three of you never run into another Cockney fuzzball for years, but you do keep the incident to yourselves.
No idea what that's insinuating. See, that's almost a really good line, but if you pick it apart, it doesn't make much sense.
You say sometimes law and justice just ain't the same thing. Sometimes it's the only thing, Riggs agrees.
Maybe sometimes justice and the law. Just ain't the same thing. Sometimes it's the only thing. Oh, that's almost a really good line, but I can't figure out how to fix it. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense yet. Sometimes it's the only thing. Murtaugh added. Sometimes that's the only thing. We don't deal personal justice. Can only dish out the law. That's all that's on the menu for us cops. This is really B movie dialogue, but I'm just trying to prepare it a little bit.
You say sometimes justice and the law just ain't the same thing. We don't deal personal justice, we can only dish out the law. That's all that's on the menu for us cops, Murtaugh added.
It at least makes sense. I kind of liked the brevity of the other one, but yeah, this one at least makes sense. It's an attempt. All right. Cool. So, twist. All right, Jason. Yeah, thanks for the donations, man, and thanks for suggesting some ideas. Hopefully, you enjoy. This is a bit of an odd live stream, but hopefully you got some out of it. Take care, man. See you next week. All right. I think he needs to go home. So, Riggs reluctantly turns in. And heads head first to his dryer fried pillow at his studio apartment. Sleep comes quickly, but is swiftly cut short by his holophone. He always turns it to emergency only after hours. This must be important. Oh, that was say. No, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not dialogue. Okay, I gotta delete this. That's weird. Story. There we go. Hello, he answers with an entire slur. Riggs, this is Ben Higgins, private detective. Yeah, how can I help you? I know it's not standard protocol, but the station is short of detectives at the moment, as you well know. There's no easy way to say this, but your partner is missing. Okay. Alright, let's see how this sounds.
Hello. He answers with a tired slur. Riggs. This is Ben Higgins, private detective. Yeah, how can I help you? I know it's not standard protocol, but the station is short of detectives at the moment, as you well know. There's no easy way to say this, but your partner is missing. What? What are you saying, Ben? I'm sorry, but I really can't say anything more than that. I'm sure it will be in the papers tomorrow.
Yeah, I like everything except that last line. Let's try this.
I'm sorry, but I really can't say anything more than that. Can you meet me in your office in 30 minutes?
Over a unsecured line. Okay. Let's try that. Okay, here's the twist. Here's the twist coming. Riggs lights up a vape cig on his way to the station. The neon lights of San Angeles are a hazy blur. When you're dead tired, sore all over, and are running on no sleep. Riggs arrives and runs to his office. Detective, what was his name? Higgins. Higgins is already outside waiting. Okay. Actually, I wasn't going to keep that case, but you wouldn't listen, said Higgins. Okay, that's not too bad. It's a good preamble, I guess. It kind of establishes that there's a prior relationship, I suppose.
Riggs lights up a vape cig on his way to the station. The neon lights of San Angeles are a hazy blur when you're dead tired, sore all over and are running on no sleep. Riggs arrives and runs to his office. Detective Higgins is already outside, waiting. I tried to tell you. I tried to tell you it wasn't a good idea to take that case, but you wouldn't listen, says Higgins.
Cut to the chase. Nix is gone. Of course he's gone. He was shot to death. Right in front of me. No. Misunderstand. Alright, Pizza, thanks for watching, man. Yeah, it was kind of an experiment. Obviously, it's a bit different from what we normally do, but hopefully it was somewhat interesting. Hopefully you guys are all interested. I might share the document around if you guys are at all curious of how it turned out. See you later next week. Let's understand. His body was taken out of the morgue. Either somebody stole it for some unthinkable reason, or Nix is alive somehow. Okay, that's good. It's grabbing onto what I'm getting at. That's cool. Okay, I'm gonna copy this over. It's an old school modem. Okay. See how that sounds.
I'll cut to the chase. Nix is gone. Of course he's gone. He was shot to death right in front of me. No, you misunderstand. His body was taken out of the morgue. Either somebody stole it for some unthinkable reason, or Nix is alive, somehow. Possibly, though I'm not convinced. I believe he was killed that night. What? No, it couldn't have been him. He was?
Higgins interrupts. Ever heard of what's a good name for like a drug that makes you fake death? Stone Cold. It's some kind of narcotic that's rumored to imitate the effects of death perfectly. Temperature and all. Why would a good and loyal cop do something like that? He was only a couple years away from a comfy retirement. It's just a theory. The only facts we have right now are that Nix was shot and now his body is missing. Okay, let's see what that does. Well, that's not so great. Let's try it again. Oh, guys. What is that? Okay, it's not really taking this. I got some facts. Okay, that's potential.
Higgins interrupts, ever heard of Stone Cold? It's some kind of narcotic that's rumored to imitate the effects of death perfectly, temperature and all. Why would a good and loyal cop do something like that? He was only a couple years away from a comfy retirement. It's just a theory. The only facts we have right now are that Nix was shot, and now his body is missing. I got some facts. Riggs pulls out his datapad and scrolls through some files.
At least that was a kind of snappy answer to what Higgins said. Riggs pulls up a file and flings it into hologram mode with a finger swipe. It's a dossier of Nix's record. A stunning 95% case close rate. Excellent behavior. And all skill ratings well above average. Nix was better than any of us. Why? What motive would he have to turn or to fake his death? Beats me. That's why I called you. You knew him better than anyone. Any idea why he would feign death? Why he... Any idea pull a stunt like this? Try that. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's say mistake rather than accident. Sounds.
Riggs pulls up a record, and flings it into hologram mode with a finger swipe. It's a dossier of Nix's record. A stunning 95% case close rate, excellent behavior, and all skill ratings well above average. Nix was better than any of us. What motive would he have to turn, or to fake his death? Beats me. That's why I called you. You knew him better than anyone. Any idea he would pull a stunt like this? No, but I can tell you he would have thought it out. That's why I'm convinced this was some kind of accident. He got mixed up in something he shouldn't have.
Some kind of mistake, I should say. Accident. This was definitely not accidental, but could be a mistake of what we're attributing it to. All right. Let's hope so. Higgins said grimly, "A man with that record could prove a deadly enemy." Riggs woke up half sprawled over the floor. This was the heaviest hangover he had ever experienced without a single drop of alcohol, without drinking. He lit up again and got ready to visit Murtaugh at the hospital. He didn't look so good. He was pale, and with every breath he seemed to gulp. Last time Riggs saw a man look like this, it wasn't a good sign. Okay. That's pretty good.
Let's hope so, Higgins said grimly. A man with that record could prove a deadly enemy. Dash. Riggs woke up half sprawled over the floor. This was the heaviest hangover he had ever experienced without drinking. He lit up again and got ready to visit Murtaugh at the hospital. He didn't look so good, he was pale, and with every breath he seemed to gulp. The last time Riggs saw a man look like this, it wasn't a good sign.
Okay. Are the doctors taking good care of you, brother? Doctors say I've got sore broken ribs and a collapsed lung. You'll make a full recovery. He was also stabbed too, so I might have to edit that a little bit. Some broken ribs. Lacerations, are those called? What's the technical term for that? Laceration. Deep cut, or yeah. Torso lacerations. That sounds nice and doctory, right? Really got you good this time, Chief. Okay, that's better. Let's see how it sounds.
You say, are the doctors taking good care of you, brother? I'm fine, wheezes Murtaugh. The doctors say you've got several broken ribs, torso lacerations and a collapsed lung. They really got you good this time, Chief.
Alright. Something. Alright, I think we need to kind of pump up the the adrenaline here is kind of slowed down a little bit. How do we get this into the next big reveal of the next big action? I have an idea. I've seen this like a few times in movies. I'm trying to figure out how to write it out. A doctor enters the room and begins checking Murtaugh's vitals. How are you feeling today, Mr. Murtaugh? Is it? I said I'm fine. Murtaugh was never one to show weakness. That's great. If you could excuse me for 1 minute, sir, I need to check some things with our patient. Let's see. Fine. I was just heading out. Riggs said as he grabbed his jacket. Let's see what they want to do with that. Okay, you can find me at the station if you need. Interesting. Okay, let's see how that sounds.
A doctor enters the room and begins checking Murtaugh's vitals. How are you feeling today, Mr. Murtaugh, is it? I said I'm fine. Murtaugh was never one to show weakness. That's great. If you could excuse me for 1 minute, sir. I need to check some things with our patient. Fine, I was just heading out, Riggs said as he grabbed his jacket. Take care, Riggs. You can find me at the station if you need, Murtaugh says as he tries to sit up. I'll be sure to give you a ring.
Okay. So this is where I'm going to do the thing. Let's see. A few minutes after they were alone. A few minutes later, and Murtaugh's vision was clearing up a bit. Say, have I met you before, Doc? The doctor finished injecting into the IV bag and walked over. his eyeglasses and actually doctors don't really have beards. Not the ones that do surgery, at least. Facial hair. Odd, but a familiarity surrounded him. No, let's say that. Oh, you and me go way back, Chief. Now that you mention it, you and me go way back, Chief. Murtaugh's face turned white. How could you? You were dead. Asked Nix. So I don't even know where the motivation is here. It's like, it's a twist to add some flavor to it, but I'm like, I don't even know why he did it. I'm just kind of, I'll let the bot figure out what's going on here, I guess. This is great. I gotta at least voice this.
Dead? Asked Nix. Oh, no. Thanks to Chief Connor, I got my senses back. I'm just a cold-hearted killer now, though.
By the way, I'm just a cold-hearted killer. Let's try that again. Nick snaps. What? Okay. I don't know if the AI is going to necessarily fix my plot hole here. It looks like the doctor says, "Son of a bitch. How? When?" It's interesting. Oh god. Okay, I didn't copy over some stuff here. Chief. Got you good time, Miss Chief. Okay, that's a lot to copy. All right, I'm kind of losing a little bit of my steam here now, but it's a long time ago. That doesn't really make sense. Dead. I was. That's what I looked like, I'm sure. Not exactly. But I'm sure you remember why I've got you in my custody now. You're in critical condition. One innocent mistake could end you right now. You son of a bitch. How? When? Let's see how that sounds.
Murtaugh's face turned white. How could you? You were dead? Asked Nix. Not exactly. But I'm sure you remember why I've got you in my custody now. You're in critical condition. One innocent mistake could end you right now. Murtaugh slowly looked up at the doctor and said, "You son of a bitch." Why? How? When?
I don't really know these answers. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I wrote myself into a plot hole. I wrote myself into like a corner here. What was his reason? Going way back up here, seemed like he was just a cop. Didn't really have a whole lot of things going on here. So really, honestly, like I actually probably need to go back and rewrite this intro. Essentially, Nix is no longer the protagonist. What's his name? Riggs is. So I actually should probably rewrite this for not only from third person, but also to essentially like kind of carry that through the rest of the story. But anyway, kind of getting interesting. I don't know. This is very much B-movie plot. Watching a bunch of like old B movies and stuff like that, so probably kind of like sticking scenes in from here. Like I watched something. Hell, that was even in like something like this was even in freaking Samurai Cop with the doctor switch, fake doctor going in, killing the guy or whatever. But I had to figure out the whole motivation, or whatever. But anyway, kind of a fun experiment at least. For whatever reason, Quillbot was having a rough time with some of these lines, so kind of stopped using that a bit through. But for the most part, it's actually quite useful. Sometimes you have to watch out for sentence length. If your sentence is too short, it can kind of go off the rails. Yeah, like that one's good. I told you I'm good. Weakness was never one of Mert's traits. That's actually a pretty good little lines. Like, for example, if I were to go back and clean this up, that's actually like a pretty good little rewrite of that. Anyway, yeah, I'm kind of fading out a little bit here, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. I might put this into the description or paste it as a comment or something like that. It definitely needs some work, but kind of interesting to see what this kind of came up with. We're at about 2,500 words. So definitely not, this is like still very short story territory, but interesting that we saw how much went, and yeah, it dropped a lot of frames, so hopefully the stream isn't too messed up. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next week. Probably I'll try to get my PlayStation 3 to work. Maybe we can play something on that. But anyway, hope you enjoyed. See you guys next week. Take care.